Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now we're going to get our popcorn and then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car and I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See
I
this?
know.
How you cannot go
Baby,
here?
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, come on in, you guys. Come on in. I was working on some stuff this morning. I got off work. I haven't went to sleep yet. I want to say congratulations for the three that came in here. It said popcorn, and that'd be Margie Mack. You're number one in the building. Let me put your number down here. Crystal, you're number two, and Miss Dee Dee is number three. Okay. Margie, your number 7929706. Crystal, your number 7929705. And Miss Dee Dee, your number is 7929704. Wow. Okay. It went from high to little. Okay, got your numbers in there, you guys. Oh, we palling up. You guys are getting those tickets, and I try to give y'all plenty of chances to get those tickets. Actually, I'm gonna go out today and get a couple more gift cards. So make sure you get in there. You cannot get mad saying, I'm on a budget, I don't have no money, blah 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 blah. This is free money that's gonna be given away. Okay, today is what? April the 7th. Y'all got April, y'all got May, June, and July. You only got 90 days. 90 days, and then we're gonna give away a lot of stuff, and then people gonna come in here in the last minute. In the last minute, I'm gonna be like, you know what? We're not doing it in this way. We're not doing it no more. You should have been here. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you guys, congratulations for those three coming on in the building. I was aware of something, and somebody told me, but I already knew. You guys, sometimes we come in here and then we get right off a track. We don't talk about what our thumbnail is saying. We don't talk about what we came in here to talk about. But sometimes we have to stop the bus and get some stuff corrected. I want to say that, and that has been lately, because I'm waiting on some information on the Cody Bixby case, where Corey is in jail. He has been found guilty on the disappearance of Cody Bixby. And so anytime that somebody comes in here, I want to get as much information as possible. What are they saying down there? Who's saying what? What's going on? And I'm going to tell you guys something. I know sometimes you guys get mad and say, well, I thought we was going to talk about this, and then y'all talking about recipes. Well, the recipe was a big bang. Some people did it. Some people called me and told me what they did and what they did wrong. I couldn't explain it to you as simple as it was. I don't know who all done it. I know that Pooh Sweet, she did it wrong. And then my girl, she did it wrong. She done took the pot pie and put it on a baking sheet and burnt up the pot pie. I was like, what are you doing? I mean, I'm going to tell you guys something. Two things. One thing for certain, two things for sure. It's as easy, it's the easiest meal you could have cooked. The easiest. She said sometimes the off topics are very informative. They are. Miss Diddy, thank you. They are. Because like I said, you know, Cody is our baby. I mean, we love him to death. We love classic and sincere. And for some reason, this baby named Cairo, Jordan, we love him also. And it's weird because they're all boys. They're all boys. But I mean, it's really sad, especially when we get a case like the girl like Malia and the other Malia, and then what's that one baby's name? That oh my goodness, I almost got in my car and went on down there, but I found somebody to do the digging for me. But oh my goodness, that baby, that touched my heart. But they found, they found them babies. You know what I'm saying? It's the ones that they don't find that crushes your heart. Like they never found. Well, they know the babies passed away because the girlfriend, the baby, the stepmother went and testified against, what's that baby name? Oh my goodness, what's her name? Where the mother went to jail, and she started looking for her baby after she went to jail, and they done put the baby in the freezer, and she done walked the baby down there to the man's job, and oh, what's that baby's name? That's a little Caucasian girl, just pretty little girl. They had the glasses that, she had some. What is her name? What is her name? Oh man, I can just see her face. Somebody in here knows her name. No, not Haley. Kaylee. Kaylee. Was her name Kaylee? Was her name Kaylee? Haley? No. Let me. My phone is doing some crazy stuff right now, so. Harmony. Come on, Crystal. Harmony. God, you guys. And that is so sad about Harmony. Oh, Harmony Montgomery. That's right. And then you spell so well, Margie, and you spelled the girl's name wrong. Her name is Harmony Montgomery. You gonna say Haley Monago. I know you're on your app, and your phone is messed up. My phone is messed up, and I needed to call Lisa. Let me get her on the phone, because I was trying to download some stuff, and I couldn't. And I don't know. She usually answers her phone on Sunday, so let me see if I can get in touch with her. If I talk to her, I usually talk to her on a Sunday morning, and because that's the time when everybody's just relaxed, they ain't got to work or whatever. But she was very interested in this case, so I'm gonna see if she can hear me because I got my phone to work and somehow it started working. I don't know why.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
But let me call her back to back. Um, you oh
Hello.
hey, what you doing?
Oh, baby.
Huh?
Oh, baby. What's up?
Okay, girl, we live. Okay, so um, did you see? I was trying to show. Did you see on the Dejaune Anderson? Girl, they just released a video of them stopping her and Don on the highway, and they was chased after the cops was chasing them. Girl, and Cairo was alive then in March. I think it was like March the 13th.
Yes, got that video.
Did you see the video? Girl, she called that baby Jason.
She said first his name was George when they asked his name. And then they asked her again and she said Jason.
She had on an army fatigue. Did you see that?
I didn't pay attention to it. She had, oh, I don't know what she had on. I saw the
Girl, she had on an army fatigue, and she said
okay.
the reason why she ran out of gas because they was trying to make it to Georgia. We were trying to look at that video, and my phone was doing all kind of stuff, and I just said, "What the heck?" Anyway, and remember when they gave the baby to the so-called, remember we were talking about it before they even got arrested or found or anything. They gave the baby back to the other woman because she said she was the auntie.
Right.
Now, let me tell you something. They should have took both of them to jail and found out their real names instead of handing that baby to them. They hand that baby right over to the killers.
I understand the 30 mile an hour over the speed limit, and she didn't, and both of them wasn't arrested. I didn't understand that either. But sometimes police officers just don't want to be bothered with all the paperwork, so they let the old girl go.
And I think they took her to a motel. And
Yeah, we don't have that luxury in Chicago. They ain't take you to no hotels in Chicago.
well, see, that's what they did to that girl that was fighting that boy, and that boy went and killed her. They took him to the hotel. Remember? And yeah, they did arrest Dejaune. They want to pronounce her name Dejaune, but it's actually
Why you calling that woman Dejaune? That's a princess. That's the princess.
there's a Princess of Andagandia.
Right, that's all kinds of disrespectful when that woman told you she's a princess.
Okay. Well, she didn't acknowledge her title, her royalty then. She was like, that's why we were trying to get to Georgia because we're running out of gas. I'm sitting there. She didn't know. But she had money to get out, and she was driving a nice little Charger, too.
Yeah, she was. What did she do? Did she work?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
apparently she had got that. She never lost that car because that's what they found the man again. But she was shoplifting.
Shut up.
Oh,
She was shoplifting.
oh, you didn't see shoplifting?
I ain't got that.
Oh, my bad. Spoiler alert.
No, go on ahead. We're trying to get all the information we can because, like when we following these cases, if we don't know all the information, we're just making assumptions on people. People like they're crazy, they're not crazy, they're crazy or whatever. I just read on this one case, this guy killed his girlfriend and then he killed the officer. Well, he got 25 years for killing his girlfriend and he got 5 years served for killing the officer. But they said that they gave him the 25 years because when he killed her, he knew what he was doing. But when he killed the officer, he didn't know what he was doing. So they gave him time served and only gave him 5 years for killing the police officer. That just happened the other day. But they said that he was
Is he in jail or is he out?
he in jail because he still got to do the 25 years. But they said he mental illness. He was diagnosed that he was mentally ill. But they said Margie is asking. It was around tax time, probably allegedly. She was shoplifting and went back to jail.
Yeah, she was shoplifting at the Von Mars store.
Girl, she knew the store to go to, didn't she? She didn't go shoplifting at Walmart.
No, she is. No, she was.
So we were talking about that. We just came on. And let me see if I got that. Because my phone wasn't picking up anything but find more. So she was shoplifting. But she wasn't shoplifting when they caught her.
They called her shoplifting at the store. She got caught at the store. Punched the security guard, went back to jail. This was after the police chase, I think.
Okay, but then she went to jail. But when they caught her, she was trying to catch the train. That's what caught her and got her expedited back to Indiana.
Oh, yeah, no, this was all before then.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
she had the police high speed chase when she's doing 30 miles an hour over the speed limit. That's huge. And then she got caught shoplifting at the Von Mars. She punched the security guard.
She what?
She punched the security guard.
She punched the security guard.
And then after that, they didn't find her again.
Let me Google her name. Dejaune.
Which name you Googling?
Dejaune.
The woman told you her name is she's a princess.
Shoplifting. New video shows, record video show inside she was in the Oxmoor Center Mall, shows why Dejaune was arrested. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, oh man, they got a video of that. Let me see this dang video. I ain't seen this. See, that's why I ain't seen this part. Let's see this. You can tell me about this right here.
previously unidentified little boy left dead in a suitcase in southern Indiana. One video we've obtained shows his mother wanted for murder inside Oxmoor Center, throwing a punch at a security guard. WHS 1119's Tom Lally has been piecing together the mystery for months. He has the story you'll only see on WHS 11 tonight. Tom?
Yeah, Doug, as you mentioned, there are two big things we can share tonight, and I want to start with the only known recording of Dejaune Anderson when she was in Louisville. That's Cairo Jordan's mother, who's now charged for his death and still at large. What happens in this video led to Dejaune Anderson's arrest. You can see security at Oxmoor Center pull her aside, suspecting her of shoplifting. Then, watch closely, she punches the guard square in the face. Oh. This happened on March 31st. She was booked at LMDC and this mugshot was taken that day. Then, she was released from jail on April 11th. Cairo's body found 5 days later.
We want justice for Cairo.
Dejaune is still on the run, but so far, police have made one arrest.
And I'm doing manifestation alignments for $100.
A self-described healer, Dawn Coleman, went live on Instagram or Facebook daily, where people paid for readings or asked her to speak with their ancestors. And in the background of this video, you can see the Las Vegas-style suitcase that ISP has pointed to for months.
Oh,
We're
my.
hoping that will jog somebody's memory to say, hey, I've seen that suitcase before.
It was the only clue we had for 6 months. And all along, it was sitting in the back of this Instagram Live, filmed in January. Police even reference it in their affidavit filed last week. And while Coleman is in custody tonight, the woman in this video, Cairo Jordan's mother, remains at large. And we've said it before, but again, Doug, if anyone out there sees Dejaune Anderson, they're encouraged to call 911.
Well, what else is there to learn on this case, Tom? I know a lot of documents filed and a lot of information there.
Yeah, I'm still filing Freedom of Information Act requests, and the main thing that I'm looking for right now is the timeline after Cairo's body was found. We're trying to confirm and pin down some details, where she might have appeared, and even some possible court appearances. We'll share all those details once we have them here on the Night Team.
All right, thank you.
Wow. She said, I sent you the timeline. You there? Oh, my God. Well, I don't need the timeline now. Now I got it. Oh my goodness, I didn't see that. And girl, you didn't say nothing about they done had Dawn. She was on Instagram giving people readings. You see why I don't let people do? Girl, I ain't paying nobody to do a reading for me while she.
There's another video on there with their Facebook message where they got different names, like I don't know what the name is, and then they would make messages talking about grown people.
What?
Grown people, talking about grown people, souls in the body of kids. And, you know, it's another video you should probably see too. There's a video of they social media messages.
So, girl, they crazy. They crazy. And the police.
Sometimes when you conning people out of money, you're not crazy, just con. You just a con man, con woman. So, you know, she on there telling us when she can talk to your dead relatives, she gotta be crazy just running a con. But, you know, people fall for a con. So, you know, they get on every day and, you know, they ain't looking for 500 people to say, oh yeah, I believe you. They're just looking for a few people to buy into the con. They don't make them crazy. You just make them con men.
So you don't think she's crazy?
No. I think her and her friend Dawn were just literally out running cars. I think she was stealing. That might have been part of the car. You know, they got some stuff for sale. They got some merch now that they sell too. I
So the other girl name is Dawn. I don't know her last name. Oh shoot! I don't. My phone got this app on it now that I can't get my stuff like I want. It does what it wants to do. She said, okay. She said she sent this, so let me forward it to my other phone. She said it is telling the entire story. So I'm gonna forward it to this other phone and see what she's talking about. Cause I was just talking to Margie on the phone, and now she wants to send it to me now that we live.
Okay. Margie probably didn't think you wanted to see. You know, that it was something you should see. But you probably already saw it.
She know I want to see it. She know I want to see it. Okay, this is what it said. Police are searching for the mother of the 5-year-old boy found dead and stuffed in a suitcase. Police said Atlanta woman Dejaune, her name is Dejaune Anderson, is wanted for a murder for her son Cairo, who was discovered distant-looking suitcase. Police said there was no witness at the scene where the suitcase was found. A months-long investigation culminated in one arrest and pinpointed the boy's mother as a suspect. A probable cause affidavit for suspect Don Coleman. So we got to look up Don Coleman stuff. Don Coleman, who faced felony charge for neglect and obstructing of justice, paints a picture of the strange circumstances leading up to the boy's death that led police to identify his mother as a murder suspect. Post about demonic possession, exorcism, doing exorcisms, and blood rituals were used as evidence to develop probable cause to arrest Coleman and look for Anderson. So they was, see what I'm saying?
That don't make them crazy. It's hard to get.
They were doing they said they were doing an exorcism.
But it don't mean they crazy. That means they some kind of spiritual witches.
That don't make them crazy? Oh, okay.
All the different things people do is call it religion.
Investigators also found photos of Anderson with the child on social media and Coleman with the distant suitcase. Mother said Atlanta child was possessed by demons on social media. Man, somebody should have turned that in. Police called the probable cause affidavit the tip of the iceberg. Here's everything we know about the investigation. Warning, disturbing details. December the 5th. Dejaune Anderson Facebook message mentions exorcism. Police obtained search warrants for the Facebook account and Don's. Investigators said Dejaune sent message on her Facebook account. One message contained her child's name. Another said, I offer reversal spells, protection spells, activating your DNA, exorcisms, hex, and curses.
Activate your DNA.
Activating your DNA?
Okay.
Okay.
See, but if people fall for that, if one or two people sit there and that woman some money to activate their DNA. I'm like, dude, your DNA already activated, but go ahead and pay for it.
January the 5th, Don Coleman posted about rituals on Facebook. The post said, I'm using my blood for this ritual. February the 19th, Dejaune Anderson again mentions exorcisms in Facebook posts. According to the affidavit, the post said, can't wait to tell my story. I had to raise my frequency, heal myself and past lives, heal my ancestors, heal SHI, you know what, in the universe, heal Gaia, GAIA, to exorcism a very powerful demonic force from within my son. Had people in enough alignment with their soul to assist me. Still, I choose my soul and was able to completely heal myself and remove old paradigms from my mind. I know you can choose your soul with no questions asked. March the 12th. I bet you that's when they killed the baby, March the 12th. Dejaune Anderson arrested in South Carolina. According to the probable cause affidavit, Anderson had a run-in with South Carolina Highway Patrol and was charged with several traffic violations and child endangerment. So the child was still alive March the 12th. She was allegedly driving 92 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone. Police said Dawn Elaine Coleman and a child who Anderson said was her 5-year-old son was also in the car. Troopers broke through the back driver's side window when the woman allegedly didn't comply with the police order. Anderson was booked into Colton County Jail, and Coleman and the child went to a hotel, according to the affidavit. March the 15th, Dejaune Anderson post mentions full-grown demons in the child's body. Oh my God. I heard that baby ask, I guess when she was driving all fast and crazy, the baby said, Cairo said he had lost his toy. Yeah, he said, I lost my toy. When they got him out the car, the baby was like, I lost my toy. And after the South Carolina incident, police said Dejaune Anderson posted, stop getting caught up in the vessels of this ram. You guys get caught up with how old the body is. If they adult in kids, etc., don't even know it's a full-grown demon in the child body telling you what to do because you didn't choose your soul. Better start using your third eye. March the 18th. More. Dejaune Anderson post mentioning exorcism. 3 days later, police said there were several more posts. Can't wait to tell this story about that exorcism. A book about living with a demonic child and a podcast. March the 31st, Dejaune Anderson arrested in Louisville. Police in Kentucky arrested Anderson less than 1 month after her incident in South Carolina when she allegedly tried to steal clothes from a Von Moore store and then punched a security officer in the face. Police believe Anderson called Coleman from Jefferson County, Kentucky jail. She led troopers on a chase for about 30 miles in a 2019 Dodge Challenger before she ran out of gas. April the 8th, Don Coleman post says, check to see if the children that you think are children actually have souls. Police said Coleman made a post on her Facebook account just before the avatar is of what we call a child does not mean that it is actually a child. There are beings that are here that are not supposed to be here, that pick avatars to hide behind, to play roles, to steal energy, and to run lives. You better check to see if the children that think are children actually have souls, or if they're not many voltant being with a soul and in a child avatar. Magic is real, curses are real, and there are some very powerful evil beings there that will curse your womb and then some. Nothing is what it seems, and we are catering to evil beings and children avatars that aren't even children. Veil need to rise. Most will be wiped out because of your demons in this paradigm has no room for that. AKMG. April the 10th. Don Coleman makes more comments about children. Coleman, Coleman wrote on her Facebook, most of the children aren't even really children at that, just in an avatar playing a character. April the 11th, Dejaune Anderson released from jail in Kentucky. The day Anderson was released, police said she posted, just got out of jail mission. Yes, had to do some healing and killing. April the 12th, Dejaune Anderson tweet at Indiana Catholic priest Vincent Rampart. Dejaune Anderson sent a tweet 4 days before Cairo's body was discovered. In her tweet, the affidavit states Anderson wrote to the Reverend Vincent Lampert at Fr. Vince Rampart. Good day, sir. I need to speak with you urgently. I have survived the death attacks from my 5-year-old. Throughout the 5 years he has been alive, I have been able to waken his powers through our blood. I have his real name and he is 100 years old. Need assistance. April the 14th. Cell phone ping near Holder Road in Indiana. Video shows car. Police used cell phone data from 2 cell phone numbers they said Anderson and Coleman used. They were in the area the body was found from around 4:30 p.m. to 5:15 p.m. Video from a neighbor's home shows a car on Holder Road at around 4:53 p.m. Police said it stopped where the suitcase was found. April the 15th, 2022, Anderson posts about demon in a child's body. This post is a whole demon in a child body. Why you think she need a cigarette? Losing energy, huh? 64-year-old in a child's body was full of gifts and magical writs, stronger than many of you because your frequency is not high enough. Start asking spirit to reveal these things to you hiding behind a body. April the 16th, body of Cairo Jordan found in suitcase in Indiana. A man who said he was hunting for mushrooms. Property found the suitcase on Holder Road in Washington. The man told investigators he opened the suitcase and found a pillow with a black trash bag inside. He made the horrifying discovery after ripping the bag open. That same day, investigators said the Dodge Challenger registered to Anderson was captured driving on Interstate 65 from Indiana to Kentucky at about 8:16 p.m. April the 19th, autopsy conducted on boy's body. The findings of the autopsy did not appear in the affidavit. The boy died from electric light imbalance, most likely due to gastroenteritis or vomiting and diarrhea that led to dehydration, state police said in May. Police said there was no signs of trauma. June the 1st. Funeral for then unidentified child. Mourners hold a memorial service and funeral in Salem, Indiana, in which a police chaplain called the unidentified child an unknown angel. We're not here today to answer these questions, even if we could. We're here to mourn, said Todd, the chaplain for the Washington County Sheriff's Office. This unknown angel has been adopted and beloved by the Washington County community. So Angel is what we will call him for the service today. June the 29th, fingerprints on the suitcase matched Dejaune Anderson, and Indiana State Police forensic scientists matched fingerprints found on one of the trash bags to Dejaune. July the 8th, Indiana investigators contact the GBI, that's the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, which obtained the child's birth certificate. It shows he was born at Northside Hospital and his mother is Dejaune Anderson, according to the affidavit. July the 25th, second set of fingerprints matched Don. Investigators found a second fingerprint match about 1 month after identifying Anderson's, whose residency was listed in Shreveport, Louisiana, October the 14th. Warrants issued for suspects. The Washington County Circuit Court issued arrest warrants for Don Coleman and Dejaune Anderson. Those warrants were for neglect of a dependent resulting in death and obstruction of justice. Don Coleman arrested in California. The lead investigators arrested Coleman in California with the help of San Francisco police. Murder warrant filed for Dejaune Anderson the day after what would have been Cairo's 6th birthday. The Washington County Circuit Court issued murder warrant for Anderson, who was still at large. Police described Anderson as 5'5", 135 pounds. She was last known to have been in the Echo Park area of Los Angeles. Police looked for her there but couldn't find her. Police says she's traveled to several places: Houston, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, San Diego, and San Francisco. She has a home and business address listed in Atlanta. Police ask anyone who sees Dejaune to contact their local police department. Mm. Mm. You there? I don't know. Girl, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's why they ain't gonna let them plead insanity. Because they gonna call it religion. That's hustle one
Hmm?
or hustle.
Well, if they believe what they were saying, then, and we know that,
They gonna make them crazy though. It's just, they gonna say it's their religion. But it's a lot of people do that shit that online.
I understand, but it does make them crazy if they, if they believe that, and that's not so. And I'm not saying some of that may do exist, but I'm not finna kill a child talking about it's a, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they took it to the extreme.
But see, they didn't kill him though. They sound like the little boy had the flu or some kind of virus, and they didn't feed him or take care of him while he was sick.
Mm.
They were trying to flush out the demons, I guess.
Okay. You trying to say that this woman is not crazy?
No, I'm not saying that she's not crazy at all. I'm telling you, the court may not look at her as crazy, but then she coming there saying she the princess of wherever this unknown location is, and okay, so history, real black history tells us the very first religion for black people, for Africans, was voodoo. It's the first religion. So if she claimed to be a princess from some other tribe, that could be their religion. But it doesn't make her crazy. It just means she's practicing a religion of the tribe that she's from. Now, I'm not saying she's from a tribe. I'm telling you, look at it a different way, opposed to just saying, oh, this woman is crazy. No, I don't necessarily believe she's crazy. I believe she
Okay.
And she's hustling people who's not mentally strong enough to believe that she can't cast out no demon. And that she can activate your DNA. I just would like to know further how she's going to activate the DNA. I would just like an explanation on that.
It says Protestant Christianity. So, my husband's churches, they're Protestants. And it says, among black Americans, Protestant Christianity is by far the most common religion affiliation. This is in 21st century. We're talking about now. But full 2/3 of all blacks, 66%, describe themselves as Protestants, Catholics. The next largest religious group account for only about 6% of all black adults. Members of other Christian faiths account for about 3% of all blacks.
Black people wouldn't be Christians if they weren't slaves. Google first religion of Africans.
Okay. Okay. First
Probably before slavery.
First religion for Africans?
Mm-hmm.
According to the author, traditional African religions are the only religions that can claim to have originated in Africa. This is the Wick. I don't really go by that, but it says it multifaceted and has been a major influence on art, culture, and physiology. Today, the contents various populations and individuals are mostly inherited of Christianity, Islam, and to an assessor extent several traditional African religions. They just said Christianity is half, then Islam is almost. It's like 2/3. Oh, it wouldn't even be 2/3, but it would be. You gotta have. And then you don't have another half. You might have.
So you're talking about when photos was ever created.
It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that in the.
I'm going to send it to you, and then you Google from your search.
The belief that practice of African people are highly diverse, including various ethnic religions. Generally, these traditions are oral rather than spiritual and are passed down from one generation to another, though folk tales, songs, and festivals, including beliefs in spirits and higher and lower gods, sometimes including a supreme being, as well as the veneration of the dead and use of magic and traditional African medicines. Most religions can be described as animanic.
I'm talking about religions of now. I'm talking about the original religion.
Well, I just Googled what you told me to Google.
Okay. I just sent it to you. So again, you gotta get out the 20th century. You gotta go back to like the 17th and 15th century.
See, it all depends on where you're Googling and at and what you're Googling, because I just Googled what you told me to Google, and then it says, what is the origin of voodoo in Africa? That's what you Google. What is the origin of voodoo? Is voodoo originated in the ancient kingdom of Dahomey, present day Nigeria, and diverse from the fond word for God or spirit. Other accurate spellings include Vodun.
So you probably shouldn't even be having this conversation when these people trying to go to church.
Well, people can go to church. I'm just trying to figure out. Uh, that's why I'm gonna tell you something. And everybody has their own. They're gonna have to, at the end of this life, or the road that you take, or whatever you believe in, or you're going to have to um, answer to how you live your life. Whether you believe in God, you believe in whatever you believe in, voodoo, Islam, king, or whatever. You're definitely gonna have to answer to that. Um, you know, I told everybody, my uncle was Islam, and he was dying of cancer, and he wanted to see his favorite niece before he died. And I knew he was Islam because he changed his name. His name is Shabazz. His name is it's not the last name that my maiden name is anymore, which would have been his maiden name because he's a man. My mother was a woman, so we would have had the same. So a lot of people didn't know that we were kin because he went by Shabazz. But I told him that's my uncle. Well, he didn't really claim nobody, but he tell people, that's my niece or whatever. Anyway, when he was dying, he wanted to see me, so I went to go see him. I didn't want to go see him. The reason why I didn't want to go see him because he's Islam, you know, and and my belief and his belief is different because my belief is in God and believe in the Son, which is Jesus, and all of that. So I went to go see him, knocked on the door. One of his wives answered the door. She said, I know who you are. I knocked on the door and tried to introduce myself. She's like, I know who you are. I was like, okay. She was like, take off your shoes. I took off my shoes. She was like, he in the back. She was really mean. All the kids was out in the front and everything. I was like, I don't even know these kids. I ain't never seen these kids before. Somebody told me he had a whole bunch of wives and a whole bunch of kids. I walked in. I said, hey, Uncle Buddy, because that's what I know him by, Uncle Buddy. And he was like, how you doing? And I said, I'm doing okay. He was like, they telling me I'm going to die. I said, yeah, that's what they say. And I said, Uncle, can I ask you some questions? And he said, yes. So I asked him, first I said, how many kids you have? Because I heard he had somewhere around about 30-something kids. And he said, how many can you count? And I said, a whole bunch. He said, that's how many I have. He never would answer how many kids did he have. He just would not answer it. And I thought that was strange because I'm not the police. I'm not trying to figure out how many, I just wondered how many kin folks out there that I have that I don't know. Like I've never seen, you never introduced them to me. I don't know their names or anything. But so I just left it alone. And then I asked him, did he still believe in Allah? And did he believe in God and the Son? And he told me that he still believed in Allah and that Jesus was a prophet. And I said, okay, even though that you're dying, you're going to stick to that? And he said, yes. And that blew me away. Because that was his time to get it right, or at least acknowledge, what I know, or what I think I know. Because at the end of the day, I know what I know. I can't even say it's what I believe. It's just, that's how people are. So what you're saying with Dejaune is, since she believes so much in what she's saying, that makes her not crazy. Because it does make us seem like we're crazy because we believe what we believe and you can't tell us nothing else. You follow me?
Yep.
So does that so you're saying she's not crazy because that's what she believes.
I'm saying I don't know that she's crazy, but that's what she believes. It's what That's what I'm saying. So everybody believe their religion is the right religion.
Right?
So she thinking that that stuff that I talk about in those texts and exorcisms and all that is what she believes. It's how you cleanse yourself, how you become free.
Okay.
Doesn't necessarily mean she's crazy. It just means she has some radical beliefs, like a lot of religions have radical beliefs.
Yeah. But when you have those radical beliefs and they harm somebody or kill the kids, you don't call that crazy. Okay. So this is the 2020 24. I respect what you're saying, but that is your opinion. That's what she told the judge. That's your opinion.
Because you gotta remember, SP, when black people first became Christian, they didn't believe in going to the hospital. They didn't believe in doctors. They believed God will cure everything, right?
Hmm.
And back in the day, a lot of people died. A lot of women, in particular, died from childbirth because they simply didn't believe in hospitals and doctors. So, what is her belief is just as radical as some Christians that didn't believe in going to the hospital. They died because they would go to the hospital. Would get their kids those preventive shots that was required by the school because they religion and believed in it. You see what I'm saying? So just because she doesn't believe or her beliefs are radical doesn't make her crazy. It just means she just feels. I don't think she was hustling. I ain't gonna lie. I think that was her and the other girl hustle. It's to see how many people they can get to buy into that bull crap that they can activate your DNA. So I just think I think that was one of their hustles.
So it was one of their hustles that they were trying to get this demon out the baby, so they didn't feed the baby or get the baby help, no aid or anything. So they just mm, mm.
Because she said that's what they believe. And what we would call, we look at it and say, yeah, that's crazy, but that's what they believe.
Okay. Um, do you think that so and you know what? I'm gonna respect you on that, but at the end of the day, that's what we call crazy, you know. And it's not like and I see what you're saying. You're saying, well, we call it crazy because we believe what we believe. But in her world or her belief, her religion, she believed what she believed. But, well, just like, if people did what they wanted to do just because they believe what they want to believe, and it's killing the kids and putting them in boxes and suitcases and stuff, you'll have a whole bunch of people just doing stuff talking about that's what I believe, that's what I believe. Well, there's got to be a common ground there that said, whether you believe it or not, that tells me that you don't have the mindset of making right decisions. So you do need to be locked up for the rest of your.
They are gonna lock her up. They definitely gonna lock her up. And I'm not saying what she did was right, SB. I'm just saying when you take something to a court system, they don't look at it like you look at it.
if that judge look at it in a whole different way, why did he acknowledge her craziness by saying, well, we all can agree that I'm going to just go ahead and get you an attorney on the side because, because what you done said is not making any sense. Like, you finna get your...
He didn't do that for her, SC. He didn't do that for her. You think these people care whether or not this woman go to jail or not? No. He didn't do that for her. He did that to protect the justice system. So she can't come back and say she didn't get a fair trial. He never did that for her.
Yeah, you might be right about that. Ain't no might to it. You're right about that. And I believe that. But that right there shows she ain't got all them screws up there tight. The screws ain't tight, Lisa. The screws ain't tight.
Well, one thing for sure, if the other girl got 25 years, that's the minimum she'll get to. So you can rest assured she's definitely going to jail. Her partner in crime is already serving her time.
So you thinking the reason why he set her up with a lawyer to assist her is for the judicial system, which he didn't have to, because she already said she understood. She know when.
So did Daryl Brooks. And by the end of it all, she might fire her public defender like he did. And then they'll never swim out into the ocean.
Well, they didn't set him up an attorney on the side.
He did have, but he started off with he had two different public defenders. He fired the first one, they gave him another one. Then he fired the other one, said he wanted to represent himself, and that's how he ended up representing himself. He had two public defenders.
Hey, I'm on live. What's up?
I'm just seeing if you want any of these stamps.
Let me call you right back.
All right.
Bye. Okay. Well, that's life, That's life.
It's both people coming to court system all the time. Shit is not exclusive. Well, her being oppressive may be the first time I heard that. But, them claiming religion and sovereignty and all that stuff, that's none of that. It don't ever work. But they all still coming in and trying. It's going to work for them.
Let me see. This girl's calling while we're on here. I'm going to file her in here. Hey, what's up?
I'm just going to piggyback on Miss, I guess what, Lisa?
Lisa?
Well, yeah, whoever online you're talking to, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, she's on here.
Okay. When they were taking her, they would take her back to the back after she did her skit as a princess. The judge looked at the paperwork or something and said, "Wait a minute, hold up, come back," and stated that get the court reporter back on and said, "We are going to get her a court-appointed attorney
Yeah, I think they should have checked stuff out before handing that kid back to somebody. I know they don't be wanting to put the child into protective custody or removing the child. That is trauma, but trauma is better than death. I don't know why they did that. They didn't know if she was really the aunt. They didn't know if she was really the sister. They should have checked that out. I'm just saying, I don't know. These people that's going around killing. Well, see, here's the thing. Just because a person believe what they believe, and I understand what Lisa's saying, they believe what they believe doesn't mean that they crazy. But it actually does mean that they crazy if, and it's what they believe when you're hurting the kids or you didn't get help. And I understand what she's saying. Black people didn't like to go to the doctor. They don't want to go to the hospital. They feel like that's not for them. My mama didn't want to go. She would not call 911, and I would call and then she would go, or I would take her then she would go. But you know, but nowadays, when people do something that is not a traditional, uh, it gets them in a world of trouble. Killing, killing kids and putting kids in suitcases, burying them, taking them to the country, throwing them out the car, and leaving them over here and putting them on ice. And it seemed like, well, you knew enough to drive and run and hide and sneak. And she said she was not running. She was not a fugitive. Like she wasn't running. Yeah, you was running. You were hiding because for a whole 2 years, nobody knew where you was at. They had your picture. So that's why Lisa's saying she not crazy. She but she knew something was wrong because you was hiding. But she started talking about spaceships. The space. So that's why I'm asking Lisa. I know where Lisa is coming from, cause cause it could have been they started off, making money. It's a hustle. It's a this. It's a that. But also, then you started saying you were born in 1961, and that would make her 60, whatever. I can't remember when she said she was born. She said she was born 1961, and it would make her 60. And the judge quizzed her real quick. The judge was like, "So that would make you," and she was like 63. She had it already down packed. That would make me 63. She said she has a master's degree in history. I, it's just something to think about. But yeah. What? Yeah. Let me tell you something that I see on a day to day basis because I deal with mental people, and they believe what they believe doesn't mean that they ain't crazy because they believe it. They be picking up stuff off the floor ain't there. They be talking to people that ain't there, and they can have a full conversation with you about something and cuss you out and call your name and hit you and see you and you can't force them to do anything. You just I I see it all day long, and they'll talk to you and have a And wait, hold on. I'm saying they have a full conversation and can answer questions. And they are crazy. When I say crazy, I doesn't mean like they don't know, this or that, but they not thinking the real world.
Okay,
You see what I'm saying?
I do.
And then
So
you
there's no medical situation about that.
no, you have to get them out of the community because they can hurt themselves and they can hurt you or anybody else. Girl, I got bruises on my arm right now where this guy done hit me and everything. And some days he's he's good and he's okay and he's eating and he's fine. And then the next day, I don't know what he doing. And he grits his teeth and tell me to get out of here and go get this and get that. Go get what? I don't even know you other than your name and knowing that you don't have it all. I don't.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, like, if like uh, we all have our opinion about it, and we're gonna keep watching it. So it's okay to have different opinions. It really is. But I believe, but I do believe that she is mentally deranged. She's got some serious issues. Whether it really not even talking about her religion, just what she's stating. Spaceships and all of that. That tells me, and she could be trying to fake it, but I don't think she's faking it because she's been doing this for a long time. And the sad thing about the whole situation, she is gonna go to jail. I mean, that's not sad. She needs to be in jail. What I'm saying is that she needs some mental help. She really do. Let me tell you something. If we look at this situation,
Why they don't help her to send her to jail?
huh?
Yeah, she going to jail. I say, why would they invest the money in helping her if she's going to jail?
Well,
She's gonna go to jail.
yeah.
She'll be crazy in jail pop.
See, a lot of people don't want her to go in as crazy because she'll be in a mental hospital and she'll it's better than jail, but
Well, see, that's what the prosecutor was saying against this case. Like, and the prosecutor, do you think she's competent enough to stand trial? And they could not answer that. They said they cannot answer that. Y'all wait and see. But that's why I said at the point that medically, is there a such thing as a person medically can have two different personalities?
yeah, there's people that got 6 or 7 different personalities.
So that would label them as schizophrenic then.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why. Yeah, okay. Hmm.
So you're thinking she's got.
Yes,
So
I do.
you're thinking she's got.
Different personalities. Yes, ma'am, I do.
Mm, she could.
I really do. I really do. And one of them is a princess, and the other one is a healer.
The one is a princess and she's representing. Uh, she's in the body of Dejaune Anderson, so she's representing Dejaune Anderson, but Dejaune Anderson probably did all of that stuff, but the princess didn't do all of that.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
Well,
That's something to know.
okay, so here's the thing. You remember there's this one woman. I can't remember her name, but she had all those kids. She had 2 kids, and it was a religious thing with her. And she was married and everything, and they found them kids in the backyard. I don't know why it took them so long to find them kids in the backyard buried. But remember, they was asking her, "Where's your kids? Where's your kids? Where's your kids?" She was a Caucasian woman, and she put the kids died somehow. I don't know, she killed them or whatever. But they buried them kids in the backyard. Now, just because that's her religion, I can't say she not crazy. I'm saying she's mentally disturbed because if that's your religion is killing your kids, that's not that's not a person that has it all. Not talking about your religion. I'm just saying you can't go around killing people talking about and it's that's their religion. That's their religion. She probably do believe that she can do spells and stuff. And I'm not saying she can't do spells. Maybe she can with her religion of what she believes. But
All right, so SB, I just want to make it very clear. I am not saying that in every religion the princess practices is get out of a jail free card for murder. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is I'm not, me personally, is not going to put the crazy label on this lady
mhm
because
mhm
number one, I'm not medically equipped to diagnose this woman with any kind of mental illness. And number two, I don't, I'm working in the court system for over 20 years. I don't believe that I've seen people come in there and say they all kinds of things. It doesn't make it true and it doesn't make them crazy. It just makes them come up with a next plan to con the system. And that's why the judge came back and say, oh no, we don't give up public defender. Not because he cared that this one is going to jail. He knows that her partner in crime has already been sentenced.
right.
What he is saying is, but we're not going to let you come back and play with the judicial system anymore.
Right.
So that's all I'm saying is I don't think what she did, even if it's for religion reason, is okay to kill. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that at all, and I don't want anybody in your chat to say that, oh, this lady, that's what I believe. That's not what I believe. I am not saying whatever religious practice she believes is an excuse to kill. No, I'm not.
Right. You saying
I'm just not going to label her crazy. I'm
right.
not going to put the crazy label on her.
But so what would huh?
I said, listen to challenge.
No, Lisa is saying that she's coming in there saying what she's saying, trying to get out of trouble. You know, like if you do say that she is crazy, then she gets a free pass to the mental hospital, and then when she's cured from her craziness with medication, she gets out. You know, a lot of people don't like to say she crazy because that's what happens. They go to the mental hospital, they eat 3 good meals, they're not under distress like in jail, and if they can cure them from their craziness with medication, and guess what? Because sometimes when you're not fit to go to trial, you're not fit. And then if she's not fit, they're going to say, well, if she is on medication, if she was never diagnosed, and so now she's on medication, we don't see those signs, she can get out in 5, 10 years. Mm. So I understand that.
And you know what's a recent example of how these people go into the jail system and try to manipulate it so they can be diagnosed crazy? It's Corey Bixby.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Corey when he said they wasn't giving them proper showers and proper food. And remember, he said in his own interview, he wanted to get to the mental ward. Because in the mental ward, they can watch TV, they can move around, and they get proper food. Is that not what he said? So, a lot of people go in there with the mindset, I'm going to play crazy so I can get to the mental ward.
Yeah. Yeah. I see what you're saying. But but here's what um I'm saying. Even though When they did what they did, and some child got hurt or killed or taken out or whatever, and now they're trying to get out of trouble. So then you're saying that they're trying to get into the mental side. Like, no, they do have a defense. These people that do have mental problems or something traumatizing happened, they are very smart. They are very smart. And but that that doesn't, you're saying, she's just, some people do. They do try to get out of trouble by now saying some really crazy stuff when they already is, yeah,
So,
yeah.
SB, okay. So, when I understand, okay, SB.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so SB, when you were growing up and you had your, all your brothers and y'all was in the house and the base got broke.
Mhm.
And the first thing, and mom at work,
Mhm.
and the first thing you come to all you all's mind is we gonna be in trouble if mom find his face broke, right?
Right.
So, so if you didn't believe there was consequences, you guys would have left the base on the floor. Been like, oh yeah, mom, Bob broke the base when he was playing with the ball, right?
Right.
But the moment you decide, oh no, this is not right, mom gonna get home, she's gonna find this base broke, we gonna be in trouble. So what you do next?
We get
What's
some
your next
glue.
move?
We get some glue and try to put it back together.
And if you can't put it back together, what's your next move?
Hide it.
And if you can't hide it, what's your next move?
We can hide
Once you
it.
hide
We
it,
can hide it. We can
okay,
hide
so
it. We can
what's
throw it away and be like, we don't know, whatever, Then we
right?
then we
See,
start
so
lying, trying to cover it up.
right, so but you do that. Why? But you guys did. You hid it, or you threw it away, or whatever you did when you did it because why?
Cause there's consequences.
Exactly. So if she didn't think she did anything wrong when this baby came up missing, she wouldn't have hid the body. She wouldn't have put him in a suitcase. She wouldn't have took him to the woods. She wouldn't have gotten her 2019 Dodge Charger and drove to two other states, thinking that I ain't do nothing wrong. I could have just stayed there with my son. I could have just stayed there because the fact that she hid it lets you know this woman is not crazy. Because a crazy person, if you crazy, how many crazy people you see when you go to the coffee shop and they standing there talking to themselves and then they saying, "Can I have some loose change?" or whatever, and then they talking to themselves and they holding the money and just shaking it because that's real mental illness. Someone who's sitting there saying, I know I'm in trouble. I know I did something wrong. Go cover the body, and you want to go in there and say, no, I'm the prince of Zamunda, so you can't charge me. But everybody else will look at it and say, oh yeah, no, she crazy. No, she's not crazy. She's not crazy. She's no different than Corey, and she's no different than the other 1,000 people go across these judicial systems every single day of the week and pretend that they sovereign citizens and that, I didn't do anything wrong. I just didn't take my medicine. No, SP, and giving people like that the crazy card is actually it's a injustice for Cairo. Cairo already had to live with these women talking about he was 100 years old in a 5-year-old body. Cairo only wanted to play with his dinosaurs. He just wanted to be a little kid. What 100-year-old want to play with toy dinosaurs?
Well, she was saying he's just playing like he's a kid, but in reality, is a full grown demon in a kid's body. He just playing the character of a kid.
No, I just only thing I know is that I
That
want to
that tells me right there. She tripping. She was tripping. Girl, she was tripping. She was tripping before the baby got hurt. They were tripping.
But her family said they had no concern for her having this baby because she appeared
But
His
here's
mom was there.
here's the thing. Let me tell you about family. Okay, you know, and I know. You run into somebody. They got some mental problems going on. That the family is the last one to tell you. They'll go around it. They be like, you don't know that person that well or whatever. They don't warn you. They don't say, hey, that person cuckoo. They're not cuckoo all the time. It may not they take the medicine, or it may be something in and out, in and out, in and out. Some kind of chemical imbalance. Like I said, when I go to work, I got this one girl, she talks to me all the time, and she'll come and she talks. Then one day, she's off the chain. I'm like, get away from me. What's wrong with you? But I have to realize she's there for a reason, like they look fine, they talk, they come get their meal, they eat, and then one day, now she barking like a dog, or she's scratching on the door, or she's hitting on you, or cussing you out and telling you to get away. You trying to do this to her, do that to her, and girl, they just have a full conversation. Oh yeah, Elvis Presley is my father. I said, oh really? Yep. And look at you, not a smell or anything. I said, well, good, 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 good. I mean, I see this all day long. I see this, and we don't call it crazy, but it's the mental ward, or it's the memory care. We use easy words because people get offended when you say crazy, but it is. And you know why? You know why kids like this end up the way that they end up now? Because people won't call it like it is. They will not call it like it is. Because even like I told you, I had a brother. They used to call him Crazy Dave. I hated people calling him that because, you know, he was mentally challenged. My mother, don't ever say the R word. That's why I don't. When I do it, I'm just doing it as a, like if I'm really mad at somebody, I'll call them retard. But I really don't use that word. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm just mad at somebody because they acting like they foolish, like they just stupid, and they don't understand common sense things, that how you supposed to treat people. And people today, and I'm telling you, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse, Lisa, and I'm gonna tell you why. And you're right about some of what you're saying. People do act the way that they act, and it has a lot to do with this social media, and it does. You know why? Because you can get away with some stuff. You can be who you want to be. You can act that role. You can play that character of the Princess Diana Shumashang, and you can be the king of Tamasha, and you can cast out spells and stuff. When really you can't. You just got an audience now that engaged in your craziness, and so nobody call it crazy. They sitting there giving you money. Can you put a spell on such and such? Because I'm in love with him. Can you put a spell on my mother-in-law? Because I hate her. And so your energy is higher. Because, you know what? And I'm going to tell you something that's true. And I'm sorry that my sentences is going on. When I was in school, they taught us when people are talking and whatever they're talking about is not real. Like, you don't see those monkeys? You don't see those monkeys right there? My teacher, my professor, and I have to say professor because when they have a PhD, they are called professors. So, excuse me if I didn't title them correctly. But my professor told me you don't engage in the conversation with them when they're not talking realistic things. Like if they say that they see apes or monkeys jumping rope and eating strawberries or something, don't sit there and say you see them eat. You tell them no, I don't see that, so that they can try to get back to reality. That's what she told me. So I'm at work. This is just last week, and somebody, I can't even remember who it was, they were talking something that wasn't realistic to happening. And so the girl, my unit manager, she's a nurse. She was like, "Oh yeah, I see." But it calmed the person down because, and I said, "Why would you engage in a conversation with this person and they're not talking sense? They're out of their mind. Why are you engaged?" She said, "Because it calms them," and it did. It calmed them down. But I'm thinking to myself, you're doing more damage because they're really thinking that they're okay, and they don't understand why they're in here, and they want to break out and all this other stuff. They don't know, but you're in. Why are you not telling them there is no monkeys eating oatmeal right now? There is no monkeys eating applesauce. Tell them the truth. She says because it calms them down, and then they can give them the medication, and then they can go. It's like there's nothing to give them to make them stop thinking what they're thinking. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just telling you what I've been seeing because I just knew in the last 2 years to all of this mental this mental part of medical. I've only been doing pediatrics and things like cystic fibrosis and cancer and leukomas and lung disease and AIDS and stuff. I didn't have to work with the mental people, but my brother, he knew exactly but he didn't know, like, he knew right from wrong, but he would make bad decisions because he still thought like a kid because his mindset was not as advanced as ours is now. He know when he did something wrong, but that he still made bad decisions because he didn't think as an adult. He thought as a kid because he didn't, when the oxygen didn't get to his brain, then sometimes he would not make right decisions when, he was a kid. When he became an adult, he stopped growing as a kid, so he still thought as a kid. So some people called him crazy, or some people say that he was mentally, retarded or something. And he wasn't neither one. He wasn't retarded. He just couldn't function on that level as an adult. Like, he knew to take a bath. He knew he had to eat. He knew, he didn't want to change his clothes every day. He didn't want to take a bath every day. He didn't want to brush his teeth every day, but, he knew when he was in danger or things like that. And I never called him crazy or anything like that. But in reality, he could not really function on his own. He needed help, you know? I just think we hide those words because they're demeaning words, but and also when we hide the words, we're hiding what they actually, these people that they want to say, oh, I believe in, I'm the princess of Kingdom Kong, or I believe that I can cast spells, and I can believe this, and I can believe that. And we're sitting there going, oh, you're not crazy, you just believe something else. That's why she told the judge, well, that's your opinion. Girl, please, that ain't his opinion. That's he's sitting there listening to you, and you don't even sound like you got it all. And you could be playing a game trying to just, but you're not going to get out of anything. So did you even make a right decision killing your child or letting him die? That's when you're supposed to wake up and say, this is these people are taking these kids out, and we are saying something's wrong with them. They need to get some help before another kid end up dead, and we're saying, oh, they're just not crazy, but now they're acting crazy, or they just want to get out of jail. No, what got you in there is what.
Crazy is never going. Crazy is not even a mental diagnosis. That's just a word we use is
to describe somebody doing some stupid stuff.
Yeah, but that's not a mental diagnosis.
Exactly, it's not.
No judge gonna go there like, oh yeah, no, she crazy. No, what's the mental diagnosis this woman has? And if there is no mental diagnosis, she's not what you call crazy.
Right. Yep. Anyway, I just wanted to share that new information that I hadn't seen it. I had heard about it, but it was good to see it. You know, it was.
I just want to see her represent herself.
Well, she's gonna represent herself for a minute, and they're gonna have to take over because she's not mentally capable to represent herself.
Neither was Daryl Brooks, and they let him go from beginning to end.
You can't force them.
You can't force him to what?
To take an attorney.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if she don't want one, just like Daryl Brooks, they'll let him represent. She'll, she probably end up representing herself when it's all said and done. But she got a bachelor's degree in history, and she's princess of her country,
Okay.
of her land.
She's not gonna get out of. Well, that one good thing, she's not gonna get out of this. But but we seen that one girl. She did the same thing that she did. She took her kid on over there to Atlanta, killed the kid, and went on living her life. She got out.
What girl is that?
That Teresa Black. She did the same thing right before this. We were looking at Teresa Black. She went to court and everything, but she had attorneys and she sat there. And you know what? They didn't find her guilty. They did not find that girl guilty.
Oh, I remember that. I looked that up.
You wasn't around when we were talking. Her name is Teresa Black. She went from, I think it's South Carolina or Virginia, all the way to Atlanta. Then she went to Alaska. That's where they found her at. She had a whole life and everything. Killed the child, allegedly. We got to say allegedly because they didn't find her guilty. Put the baby in the forest right next to the cemetery and left. They did not find that girl guilty. And you know what? The community, the African American, the black community were mad that they did not find her guilty.
How did the baby die?
Uh,
Never mind. I'm gonna look it up. Just for curiosity's sake.
her name Teresa Black.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
All right. And she didn't say anything because her attorneys spoke for her, and yeah, she out right now. Tuh. And I think we were all, yeah, she shut up. She just sat there. And we just all knew she was going to jail. We just knew it, but she didn't go. Yeah, that one girl, her name was Lori Valor. Thank you, Jesse J. Lori Valor. Lori Valor said, her religious, she believed, the higher power, and she killed her kids. That's the one I was saying that killed her kids and buried them in the backyard, and they was asking her where was her kids at, and she wouldn't tell nobody, and the kids was okay, and they were safe, and this, that, and the other. Girl, time went by. They finally had got a warrant and dug up that backyard, and they found them babies, both of those kids, in the backyard there. Yeah. She was convicted, and her husband was convicted.
Whatever her name is, she's gonna be convicted too. I'm just telling you that don't work. I don't know where to get this. It's too many people watching too much TV. They think that crack work. That's just not.
Well, it's kind of weird how some people get off and some people don't get off.
It just depends on, court is a word game, baby. It's what you can prove and how you spin that proof.
All right. I'm going to get off here. I had just came on here just for a little bit, but I just, huh? I know. That's why I'm finna get on off here and see see who's got these stamps they saying that they trying to sell. So should give me some. Okay, I will.
And I need some food stamps to get it. I went to the store yesterday. That little sucker was $30. I was like, what?
Girl, I went to the store the other day and I spent $100 and I came out with 5 bags.
That's why I don't mess. That's why I don't mess around in the grocery store. Grocery store costs too much. I'm taking my mother to the mall.
I'm done with the mall. I don't need nothing at the mall. I don't need nothing. Nothing. I got everything I need. Like, I mean, when I say I got everything I need, I really don't need anything. Need some, some smell good, some whatever those freshers, those plug-in things. That's the only thing I want. I'm going to go get that in a minute. And that's it, and I'm going to just clean up for the rest of the day.
I'm going to just get out the bed right now. That's my only goal.
All right. Well, I'm going to charge up my phone and I'm going to hit you back. All right.
Have a good Sunday, everybody. Peace out. Bye.
Bye. You guys, we were just chit-chatting about what was going on. I'm glad you guys, if you had something going on and you was just listening, that's good. You come back, listen to the conversation. We was talking about this girl, and what she got going on. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off of here because it is getting late. I got to go feed Diesel. Me and him going to have a day today. We're going to spend some time today. I'll see you guys later.